All right, I just want to do a quick update. Obviously, I had intended to be getting a little bit more content besides just FaceTime style, a little whatever here. But unfortunately, things have just not been going quite as I'd hoped. My friend, my dietitian, awesome person that I really want to start to try and collaborate a little bit with on for some nutritional and cooking videos, has just been swamped with work and clients outside of work and everything else, and then family and Mother's Day this weekend, all that. And then in terms of trying to film some training videos, I've just been a little bit, having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out how I can get that done when my gym does not allow any sort of filming. They complain about that. And then my buddy's gym, who was going to help me out, he recently told me that he inquired and they told him that we're not allowed to film there either. So we're just trying to find a place, that we can go and do some filming occasionally without having to pay an arm and a leg each every single time. A lot of them charge like $20 just to work out for one day. So $40 total for the two of us just to try and get some YouTube content, and it might not even be anything that great, the first time or two. Just seems like a little bit more than we're looking to pay, especially if we have to travel a bit for it. So we're looking around, seeing what our options are, trying to, feel things out. But hopefully we'll get something going pretty soon with that. Otherwise, I also wanted to go ahead and give an update that I changed my plan in terms of I had posted my plan for Team U, what I was thinking I was going to be doing. I just posted actually today to my Facebook a little run through again, like I did on that last video, my last YouTube post, Team U one, of me just running through all my mandatories, and one, looking at them, two, seeing that I'm only up about 3 pounds in the past 2 weeks, which I feel like I've been just trying to stuff myself to. But at the same time, sometimes when I eat a little bit more than maybe my gut was ready for, it causes a little bit of UC symptoms. So I've had to kind of be careful with that. Mostly the food intake is being tolerated. The higher food intake is being tolerated all right, but here and there a little bit of issues. So I have to back off now and again. But anyway, kind of seeing, I guess, where I'm at right now, and then also seeing a video that I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. So that clip, I was about 4 or 5 pounds heavier than I am right now, and leaner, obviously bigger, fuller, leaner, all that, and stronger. Getting ready for IFBB Worlds when I was living down in Tampa a couple years back. That was before I had the real bad flare up, my worst flare up with colitis, where I'd lost all the weight and tried to make my comeback, yada yada yada. Anyway, seeing that, I just realized I'm like, not only am I not where I want to be right now, but I feel like I'm just so far off of the best I've been, and I just don't feel like I have the time to continue out with my original plan for just continue to try to eat and do the less frequent training and see if I can kind of grow into it. And then basically kind of a harder push during the last 6 weeks. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and bump up my 2-a-day workout that I had shown on that last video to 8 weeks out. So starting Monday, I'm going to keep my calories a little bit higher initially and kind of feel things out, but I'm going to go ahead and bump up that training schedule a little bit and see what I can do in the next 8 weeks. My hope is that since I have been there before, I should be able to do it again, even though it's a very small, time frame here. Hopefully I can at least gain that, get that muscle mass back that I had, because I don't know, in my experience, it's always a little bit easier to get back to where we've been than to exceed what we've done. And if I can manage to do that, all I got to do is come in a little bit tighter, and there's a personal best. So fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens.